What's up?
Oh, we going?
Yeah, let's roll. Go ahead.
Cool. So we got our homie young Benn up on the show.
Woo-hoo. Hello.
How you guys doing?
Yenny, please state your full name and what you want everybody to call you on the gram.
Benjamin Yenthin, Young Nudie, Lil Red, the third.
The third.
Yeni Gang.
Dope. Instagram? What's your Instagram handle?
My Instagram is BENN_yen, YEN.
Dope.
His DMs are open and ready.
DMs are
Ladies,
always open.
Accepting all
24/7.
applications.
Yeah.
Bumble, Tinder, DM, whatever you got, girl.
You know.
Swipe it.
Okay,
Fine.
dope. So
Social.
tell us what you do.
Well, I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I like to rap. Yeah, artist, musician.
You're an artist. You're a musician. How old are you?
I think so. I am 22 years old.
Where are you from?
Monrovia, California, which is like near Pasadena, if you're familiar with the area.
And
Okay.
what brought you to San Diego?
So I came to school down here, went to Point Loma Nazarene University.
Nice.
Yep, a little private school.
Okay.
Studied some communications.
And you just
specifically-
graduated?
Just got out. Fresh out.
Nice.
So,
I did communications. I loved it.
I hated
At San
it.
Diego State. You hated it?
yeah.
What?
Well, I did media communications.
Oh, gotcha. It's different.
So, yeah, I was doing I wanted to do film production initially, and then I changed my mind.
No way.
The whole department was just kind of, my high school was better at, had a better department than my college did.
So
Dang.
what did communications and film production, when did rapping and music come into play? Or has it always been there and then you're finally kind of...
No, not really. In high school I was all about video. I loved doing video. It was what I did for fun. I would always make videos with my friends and stuff. And we would make music videos and stuff, and I always loved being in front of the camera. And I liked being on the stage, being in front of people.
Yeah.
Sick.
I
see that.
would always do the talent show. Me and my buddies, we'd do the Mr. Monrovia men's beauty pageant. It was just a funny thing.
So it seems like it turned into something funny and then kind of serious.
Yeah. So for me, it was always about just being in front of people, entertaining people, making people laugh, or just relating with people in a way that
That was fun for you. It made you like making people feel good and
totally.
laugh and
Yeah. So when rapping came into the picture, it was my neighbor actually. He called me one day. He was like, "Come outside." And I was actually a freshman in college. He was like, "Come outside." His name was Kenny Benuelos, half black, half Mexican guy. Walked out. I was like, "What's up, Kenny?" And him and my buddy Ray were out there, and I played water polo with them, so that's how I knew them. And then of course Kenny lived next door, so he was like, "Yo, man, let's do this music shit." And I was like, "All right." And I was like, I get really excited about things really easily.
Okay.
So I just jumped on it. I was like, "Dude, I'm down." And I'm the type where if one person gets excited about something, I'm it's really easy to get me excited.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm
So
in there.
you're easily influenced?
Yes. Well, somewhat. Yeah, to a certain extent.
No, I'm joking.
So he was just like, "All right, let's do it." So immediately we were just writing in his room every night. We'd get together, me, him, and Ray, and then he would bring a couple friends over, guys that I knew, but I was never really friends with, and we'd just get together, and it was really cool because we would all write together. We would freestyle, just throw beats together, and I would bring in the beats. I would go on YouTube, download beats,
Nice.
bring them all in, and we'd just sit together and freestyle. And that's just kind of how it started.
Yeah.
And we started recording with some guys in Monrovia, some local dudes, and things just didn't really pan out. And I kind of kept to it. Kenny didn't really so much, but I was always really passionate about it. And I was that's when I think really became a hip hop head when I started following it fully.
Cool.
And getting into artists, and then kept with it. Nothing ever really panned out for me, and then I met Michael.
Yeah.
Nice.
Michael came into the picture.
So how we know Ben is because we all work at a radio station together, and that's how we all met in the promotions department. And it's what's super cool about that is I feel it just brought so many different creative and unique people together.
Super.
And then you met Michael, and that's when you started making music again, right?
What's cool about you guys is that I don't know you guys as well as Jessica does, but my last day in promotions was both you and Michael's
Very
first day.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, what do you think? Kind of meant to be that you
Yeah.
guys just like got integrated together and
I'd
just,
like to think so, yeah.
yeah.
It was literally love at first sight.
It kind of was, and at first you guys were a little shy, and like I didn't know how to like picture you guys.
Yeah.
But then when I heard you guys were like doing music together, it was like a total 180 from when I first met you guys. And I
Yeah.
think it's so dope that just bringing just two individuals into a department can
Yeah.
lead to music and passion and just everything that you guys are bringing out together.
Totally, yeah.
So dope.
It was super exciting because I didn't know he did music. I didn't.
So how did that
Yeah.
how did you guys even find that out? Just because like for me and like for our group of friends, it's the dopest thing because we've literally been there from the very beginning watching you guys
Yeah.
meet and vibe. And like when we had a barbecue kickback at our friend Manny's house, these fools were like in the corner whispering sweet nothings and like into each other's
Dude.
ears
Yeah,
and
tell
just
me
like
more about
freestyling
that.
to each other in the corner. So like how did you guys even find out that that's what each of you did?
Yeah. So we were working together one day, and
At an event?
we were working an event
Okay,
together.
okay.
Showed up, and it was the first event that we were ever working together. And if you don't know, we work in pairs for
Right.
people who don't know. And so it was just me and him. Spent the whole day together, and we got together. And I think probably like 20 minutes in, he was like, "Oh, bro, I'm fucking pooped right now. I'm super tired." And I was like, "Yeah, me too." And he was like, "I was up till like 4 last night working on this beat." And immediately I was
You're
like,
like,
"Ding!" And I hadn't given up on music at this point. Like I was,
Okay.
because I never once was like, all right, I'm over it. Like I always was like, I want to do this. I just need to find.
You just didn't have an avenue.
Yeah.
I didn't have
Yeah.
any lane, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna make this work, but it's gonna happen. And I always like stayed true to it, and I knew like in my mind I was like, this is what I want to do. So he was like, I make beats, and I was like, you make beats? And he was like, yeah. And I was like,
You're like, what kind of beats? Like
I
the
rap.
fruit?
Yeah. I was like,
Vegetable?
beat salad? So he was like, yeah, man, I was up all night working on this beat. And I was like, I bet, let me hear it. And so we get in the car, he throws it on, and we were just kind of vibing to it, and it was really good. I remember hearing it and being like, this is like the sickest beat I've ever heard.
Yeah, he's
And I was like,
insanely
this is
talented.
dope.
Yeah, he is.
Super
Yes.
good producer. And I was like, I don't know this guy, but he's like, I was like, we work together. And so I was like, bro, I rap. And which was pretty bold of me because I'm like, at that point, I was not keeping up with it. It wasn't that good. I think I went and recorded 2 songs on my own in Hollywood, like paid for studio time, and just like was super bummed about them because I was like, I didn't really even like them. But I was like, I rap, bro. He's like, all right, sick. He's like, show me what you got. So like, I put on my music and I like played him like 2 of the songs that I had just recorded, which I wasn't really feeling, but I was like,
This is
pretending
what
like
I
I was
have.
like him. I was like, yeah, these are the best I got. And he's like, sick. And so then after that, like the same day, we just threw on beats. Like I think we were just on YouTube, like putting beats on in the vehicle.
Instrumentals.
And we freestyled for probably like an hour and a half, like just going back and forth, me and
That's
him.
beautiful.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty crazy moment.
No, like, and this is for real. Like, when they say just like we're free, like they're legitimately freestyling, and it just sounds like a song that is just already made, and it's just ridiculous on how you guys just like bounce off of each other.
It was fun.
yeah.
It was one of those moments where it was like immediately that chemistry was there, and it was like I just started going, and then like he just cut in and was like going back, and I was like, oh shit! So I came back in, and I just remember sitting there being like, "This is my guy." I was
Yeah.
like, "This is my home. Like this is the guy that's gonna like take me to the next level."
Yeah.
And so I think we exchanged numbers that day,
Yeah.
Okay.
and
Dang.
we didn't even have each other's number yet, and so.
I can't.
Crazy.
Yeah. I remember driving home from work
You just had
From that day.
and I called my mom, and I was like, Mom,
I
I was
met my
like,
soulmate.
I feel like I know like why I'm in San Diego right now. I was like, this is like why I'm here. Like I got this guy, he's gonna like help me out. Told him his history because like she had no idea who he was. But in my mind, I was like, this guy's a superstar. He told me all this stuff, and I was like,
Yeah.
this guy, like this is my
He's a superstar.
this is my foot in the door right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so
How amazing.
Was that the moment that made you realize like music is not just a hobby, but this is what I want to do?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think that was definitely like a pretty eye-opening moment for me. It was like, I think it was just so rewarding because I was like, I've been sitting just trying to figure something out for the longest time, and that just kind of like
I'm sure you didn't know why and nothing else was like fulfilling you.
Yeah.
And then that you're like, fuck, I miss music. And then
Yeah.
to have that moment to where like, holy shit, like, cause you hadn't been doing anything, you hadn't been rapping anything, and like that just shows that you have a natural ability just to fucking whip that shit out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Wow. So with this epiphany that you
Yeah.
had, how long ago was this?
This was over a year ago.
Over a year ago. Okay.
Probably June.
Now,
of last year.
what has come from that year and a half, from you knowing that this is the guy?
Yeah. So for a while, it was like he would send me beats, and I would like send him stuff back. Or no, actually, at first he would just send me beats, and he would send me like a beat a week, and I had nothing to record on. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try to make my way up to LA. But in my mind, I was like, I don't have the money to pay for studio time. I don't even have a mic. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I would ask him if he could record me, but like we weren't really like that close yet, you know? And so actually after that, so he would just send me a bunch of beats, and we like started to get closer because we had been working together longer. And I think it was probably like the end of June. Or no, when was it? I'm drawing a blank right now.
Like summertime?
When did I started working
In May.
I got hired in April.
Oh, okay.
Of last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we must not have talked about music until
So like
the
what,
end.
after summer kickoff? Like
Because
after
we didn't
May?
put out a song until like,
It was a minute later.
it was like October or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Hold on, I'm trying to put it all together now.
No, it's cool.
Because
Cool. Yeah.
I didn't record anything until actually this kid lent me his mic from Point Loma, and that was in like September. He was like, yo bro, I got a mic, and it was a nice mic. It was the exact same mic that Michael had.
Okay.
Super random. And so that's when I started recording. So we must not have even linked up music-wise until,
Months in.
yeah, it was
Prior
like,
to that, it was all just kind of vibing,
It was
like
just kind of
freestyling, us
feeling
kicking
it
it,
out.
kind of
Very
messing around.
surfacey.
yeah.
Okay.
Which I think that I'm glad that the summertime was there for that to happen, because we were like kicking it at work. We would like go to these barbecues and stuff and hang
Yeah.
out, and I think we actually developed a friendship instead of just like, I want to like work with you.
Yeah.
You know?
Gotcha.
So that I think was important.
Mhm.
So
Very.
yeah, I think it was September was when we first put out our very first song, and
Which was?
Give It To Me, which Michael sent me that with all the vocals on it, his vocals, and there was a little space for a verse, and he was like, throw a little 16 on here. So I was like,
Dope.
all right. And it's not very good, but like,
But that's where it starts.
that's where it started. And so
And what else have you guys done together since then?
since then, I think the second one was Shy, which is
Dope.
really kind of our,
Single.
that was our hit single. That
Yes,
was the
it
one.
was.
That was the moneymaker.
Side note, y'all can check out that dance concept bit on YouTube,
Skirt,
directed
skirt.
by myself, choreographed by your girl.
For
Stephanie.
real, check it with
Yes,
a little
thank
cameo
you.
from your boy.
Yeah, you ruined it, right? Yeah, homie just showed
Yeah.
up like, what are you guys doing? I'm on the pier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick.
Super sick.
Yeah. Shouts out to y'all for that.
Of course.
But yeah, we put that out, and we were kind of like doing pretty well on Give It To Me. I think we were at like 800 plays or something like that. And
On
for me, that
SoundCloud
was
at this
huge.
point? Is
Yeah,
it?
no, that's
only,
awesome.
Only SoundCloud.
Only SoundCloud.
So-
Now they're on SoundCloud, Spotify, and Apple Music.
Yeah, plug that in right there.
Yes, we do. Needs to plugs.
So yeah, Drop Shy, and then RM Bass is like a music blog / SoundCloud, Instagram, social media presence. They put on artists and like repost, and it's basically just a platform for artists like Michael and myself to be like, hey, here's some stuff. He actually reached out to Michael and emailed him or something and was like, hey, this song Shy is crazy. Like I think what got him was
no
the
way.
production. He was like,
Yeah.
this production is wild. We didn't even reach out to him. He reached out to us and he was like, hey, my name's Jay Main from RM Bass. Shout out Jay. And he was like, I would like to post this on my account. And I was like, and Michael was like sick. And he told me, he was like, yo, RM Bass wants to repost this. I was like,
So
who
sick.
the fuck is that? I was like, I don't know who that is. He was like,
But that's
yo, they're wild. And so
You're like,
They-
okay.
I was like, sick. I didn't really know. So they reposted us and it started popping. And then we got it up on Spotify and Apple Music. And yeah, I mean, it's popping for us. Like, we, you know, yeah, we were really proud of that one. So yeah.
So now, like after like releasing Shy, you guys did have a performance at the church a little while back, and you guys were releasing some music.
Yeah.
But however, there has been kind of like a break in like the collaborating, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
Yeah. And do you kind of want to explain or let us know what's going on with that?
Yeah. I mean, to the best of my ability, I don't. Well. Yeah, me and Michael were working together pretty frequently, I would say. I think it helped that we had a studio to like kind of meet up at, and that was through the church. Shout out all the guys there. And then we kind of just like, I don't know exactly when. I think it was probably like the beginning of the summer, maybe a month before. So like maybe like April. I got really busy just with school.
Yeah.
Graduation was around the corner, so I was doing my thing, and so I wasn't having much time to record, and Michael doing his thing on his end, and I think there like a separation started to build, and so we just, and not to mention he stopped working at the radio station, so that contributed, but yeah, we kind of like, I mean, we're still making music. We put out a song a little while ago, and he still sends me beats on the regular. But I think, yeah, some of that chemistry just needs to be resparked.
Do you think it's just, I mean, that kind of goes along, and that's why it's a little more difficult when you're not just kind of like a solo artist. It's not necessarily you guys are a group, but you do kind of complement each other, and a lot of the music you make is together. So what do you think, or what would you like to happen for there not to be that kind of confusion, or what do you think you need to do on your end, or for both you guys to make sure you keep that going?
Well, I think it's important to say also that me and him are separate artists. We're not necessarily a group.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that we work really well together. But I think this is a great time for me to like establish myself, you know, because it's been pretty much me and Michael, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And at some points I feel like I'm kind of piggybacking off, you know, Michael's talent, and I think that it gets easy for me to like kind of sit back and not put in a lot of work, you know?
Just be like, send me a beat.
I see.
Totally. So I think this is totally a cool opportunity for me to spread my wings a little bit, show people what I could do, build my own fan base, and have, you know, I have all my friends and stuff who listen to me, but I think it's a cool time for me to kind of be like, this is who motherfucking Yenny is.
Well, what kind of artist would you want to be, or what do you think what's your goal as an artist? What kind of, I don't know, either message, or how do you want your fans to perceive you?
Or your purpose as an artist.
Yeah.
So for me, I always would say this when I like would try to tell people like, oh, I like to rap. I don't think for me, I grew up in a really musical household. Like,
cool.
My mom made me play the piano growing up, and like I really wanted to play the drums, and so I think like I got that rhythm from playing the drums. But my older brother, I think, is like way more creative than me, way more musical. Like, he would always ask me to like go jam with him. He'd be like, yo, can we just like, let's go to the garage and play some music? And like I loved it because like I thought I was good at it, and it was fun. But like I don't think I was ever super as into it as he was. So I don't really claim to be someone who's like, I really just love making music, because like for me it's also hard work, you know? Making music is really tough. And so for me, I think it's more, I've always really liked entertaining people, and like being someone who like other people will look at, and you know, that sounds really like narcissistic.
Explain yourself. What you mean.
But for me, I saw music as more of like, this is an opportunity for me to kind of like brand myself and be like, this is, you know. So for me, it's more of like, I want to show people like, oh, you can do what you want to do, you know, and figure out how to, you know, be successful on your own, and like I just don't want to like have to get an actual job, like, you know, just stuff like that. Like I want to be able to like, I don't know.
You want to show people that they can be successful doing what they want to do and doing what they love without just settling for something that they don't.
Totally. But
preach, boy.
Yeah, not to I absolutely love the music part. Like, if if I didn't love the music, then I wouldn't be doing it.
Of course.
Like, but for me, I think the dream is just to like be successful doing something that I want to do, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is really what I think I'm about. Yeah.
What do you think is the next step for you as far as that you can control? Like you said, you want to be on your own and make yourself known to your fan base. What do you think is the next step to do that?
Well, currently I just started doing a weekly drop. So every week, every Wednesday, calling it Yen's Day,
Hey.
I want to drop some form of content just to kind of get the ball rolling for myself, and just to be a little bit more present
On
as an
social
artist
media.
and on social media, just so that people are like, you know, even if people forget, they're like, oh, I forgot, totally, like it pops up on their feed, they're like, I forgot he was doing this. At least, you know, I'm being seen, and keeps me working, keeps me perfecting the craft. You know, I'm getting better if I'm working at it, and you know, it's easy to get into a slump where you're not making music for a while and to kind of get unmotivated, and so that's to kind of prevent that. So the next step I think is for sure just to keep pushing, doing this. I am working with like a couple of different people. I've collaborated with this kid from Hawaii, Cameron Taylor. He's a rapper from Hawaii. I met him like 3 years ago.
Isn't he on one of your songs already?
Yeah.
Which one?
Yenny Gang,
Yeah.
which is
Yenny
also
Gang.
on Spotify and Apple Music.
Dope.
But yeah, just continuing to work with other artists and building connections because it's really easy to do nowadays.
When you get into slumps like that, like you feel as if you're unmotivated or what it may be, how do you get yourself out? Is there like a button you push that you instantly like need to turn on? You know, or does it like music, like a certain song or a certain like thing that you do to make you feel like motivated again?
I feel like if it was that easy, it would never happen. You know, like if it was as easy as just throwing on a song, or you know. But for me, I think it's really just about like you sometimes just gotta like go through the motions of getting up and being like sitting down at the desk and like turning on the mic. Like really something as simple as just like getting your body like sitting up and like sitting down in the chair and just doing it. You know, it's really just about that, I guess. You know, and a lot of times if I'm like in that slump, like I'll like call like my mom or something and be like, what's up, just see like what's going on, like to get like my mind off of like where I'm at right there.
Can always go to mama.
Yeah, I like calling my mom a lot.
Hey.
Yeah, so or just calling like buddies, just like be like, yo, what's going on?
It's me. Where you at?
What up? Yeah. So for me, I'm not sure if that answers your question.
No, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got to get up, sit at the table, and start flowing.
Totally.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, I'm happy, and we wish you the best of luck, and we want nothing but the best for you,
Yes.
honey.
Thank you so much.
What's your latest song out right now?
Me and Michael just dropped a double. What would you call it?
Double track?
Double track, 2 songs in one.
Okay, yep.
It's like a
Dope.
part 1, part 2 song.
Oh.
Dope.
Called Run It Up / Don't Know. That is exclusive R&B track. You can find it on their SoundCloud / R&B.
Cool.
Sick.
Check that out. It's also on our pages. But yeah.
Dude, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me. Stoked for this.
Yay!
Yay!
Shake it. Sick.